Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and welcome back to another weight loss video. Hope you enjoy. 3 months and 30 pounds down. Lessons learned. Hi everyone. This morning I reached 30 pounds lost of an 80 to 100 goal. I count calories using the Lose It app, and I use the Total Daily Energy Expenditure Calculator app to smooth out trends. I don't track exercise, I just watch my TDE. I walk and garden for exercise. Here are some things I've noticed along the way. 1. Discipline, not motivation, as a mantra doesn't work for me. I need rewards along the way in order to stay engaged, and that's okay. I have a charm bracelet. For every 10 pounds, I get to add a charm. Choosing charms is fun to me, and looking at them hundreds of times a day reminds me of where I am in my journey. Taking charms off is not an option. I am also motivated by every scale victory and non-scale victory. When I am craving high-calorie snacks at night, I think of the weigh-in that next morning. Even if it would just be water weight, I don't want to see the scale go up. 2. That said, routine is king. I follow the meal pattern my obesity doctor gave me. 1 protein shake, 1 tapas plate, and 1 social meal. It's flexible, so I can decide which meal of the day I use each for. Usually, it maps onto breakfast, lunch, and dinner. However, on the weekends, it means if I have a brunch because I'm craving breakfast food, I have the protein shake for lunch and a small dinner. Or for tonight, when I'm going to be traveling at dinner time, I will have the protein shake then. I track once a day, and I do it quickly. If I spend too much time to track after every meal, I get obsessed. 3. There are no mistakes, only countless returns to routine. If I have a week when I'm not following my set deficit, 1,000 calories, but I'm still in a deficit, I count that as progress and I know I will get back to my normal deficit. I don't do cheat meals, and I don't let myself dwell on the occasional binge or week. I simply use the next meal to return to my meal pattern. I always track. 8 out of 10 times, the damage isn't nearly as bad as I feared. When it is, it brings me into the world of facts instead of feelings. So I know exactly what I'm working with. I do not restrict in reaction to overindulgence. I just return. This is what maintenance is going to look like. So practicing real life adjustments and focusing on trends is practicing for maintenance. I will be losing weight for about a year, but maintaining that for the rest of my life. I have been losing through an intensely stressful period, and this mindset is key. 4. I have a rule of ones that I invented for myself. A special occasion is 1 meal or 1 party, not a whole weekend. 1 slice of cake, 1 serving of special cheese, 1 glass of wine, 1 piece of chocolate. I enjoy my life, but remember that I have goals. Someone might have to remind me my rule at Christmas this year. 5. Therapy. I cannot stress this enough. Most of us are overweight or obese because we have an unhealthy relationship with food. Often this is tied to disordered thinking as well. For me, being a neurodivergent person in a neurotypical world, ADHD, and in treatment for anxiety means that I need help addressing intense feelings like shame, disappointment, rejection, despair, etc. Learning specific healthy ways to process those feelings has made it possible for me to find ways other than overeating to bring me back to equilibrium. My frontal lobe is actually starting to engage enough for me to evaluate whether or not I really do want that 10 p.m. plate of nachos. 6. Lose It is a part of my daily routine. I try to post a non-scale victory or scale victory every single day as a practice of gratitude to myself and to keep my mind on my goals. Even the smallest victory is important. I learn so much from each person who posts, and I love the encouragement that I'm getting. This community is so important. Thank you for all who participate. It is priceless to have a place where people lift one another up. This is a must-read for all who are looking to start on the weight loss path. So much good advice and practices. You are probably the only one who mentioned the rule of 1 before. I had never heard it verbalized. I have made it a cornerstone practice. There are no mistakes, only countless returns to routine. What a brilliant way to put it. Thanks. Yep, I've embraced this line of thinking for a lot of things, not just weight loss, and it's been so helpful. It comes from meditation practice. Your mind will wander. The practice isn't coming back to your breath. That's the success, not being in the state continually. We're human. All we can do is return time and time again. All salient points. In relation to your last one, gratitude, I have found that 10 minutes meditation and deep breathing exercises and then journaling 3 things you are grateful for daily is immensely helpful with getting in touch with yourself. It tends to turn into a bit of normal journaling, and now, months in, I rate my days in terms of exercise. Did I walk? Did I do my upper body resistance band exercise, calorie intake, productivity, etc.? Weeks into it, I can find silver linings in almost anything within 5 minutes. Great for maintaining a positive attitude. I also this week introduced a calendar and agenda into the mix with little colored circles representing each daily habit I have. Then I can put new habits in with new colors on pens, etc., and keep track of appointments and block off parts of different days to dedicated tasks. I want to get some stars and start doing weekly reflections and ratings as well. Let's get it, folks. I don't comment much, but I feel the need to let you know that you have inspired me. I've been up and down the same 60 pounds over the last 5 years, and I'm now back my heaviest again, in 12 weeks after having my first daughter, and I'm feeling trapped in a body that doesn't feel like mine. I've screenshotted your post to keep rereading your words, as they sound like something that will actually work for me. Especially your 3 types of meals and the flexibility of when you eat them. Thank you so much for this detailed and helpful post, and I wish you the best of luck on your journey as well. Congratulations on your progress, and for sharing what insights have worked for you. I too like your rule of ones, but sometimes for me, it could even be a rule of half or a rule of a sliver. Most of the time, I'm satisfied with just part of a portion, and I don't need the whole serving. But that's not to say that I haven't slipped up and binged. Giving myself permission to sometimes have a treat or higher calorie food is what makes my weight loss journey sustainable. Knowing if you're an abstainer or the one who can eat in moderation is really helpful to know about yourself. If you're an abstainer and you have that sliver, it can lead to a binge much faster. I love that meal pattern that your doctor gave you. Mine hasn't really suggested anything specific to me about how to eat or how great my calorie deficit should be. I've lost about 60 pounds this year, and I've hit a bad plateau now, and I keep losing and regaining about 4 pounds over the last 4 to 5 weeks, so I'm trying to get back on track, but I'm also trying to be realistic that I may have already lost all the easy to lose weight, and the rest may be much harder fought. I've been struggling with my eating habits and trying to lose weight. I need to for many reasons, and so I've tried many things that didn't work. Today, I've spent my whole day thinking about this, rumbling in my brain, looking for a way that this will work for me. I ended up deciding that I need to get advice from someone who went through this, and found your post. I felt represented with your tips. You gave me the boost and assurance that I needed. I'm so grateful for this. Thank you so much. Congratulations on your progress so far. I love these lessons learned posts, and I get something helpful from everyone I read. Your entire list really resonated with me, partly because you expressed it all so well, so thank you for taking the time to write out all of this. I'm near the beginning of my journey, for the umpteenth time in my life, but the first time as a part of the subreddit. I'm loving all the wonderful encouragement here. I hope to be sharing my first progress post in about a week, and I look forward to future updates from you as you continue to make progress toward your goal. Great job. This is all really positive stuff. Do you like the daily accountability challenges as well? I found those really helpful to me while I was grinding through the bulk of my weight loss. Honestly, it sounds like you've set yourself up for success, and it's just a matter of time until you go the distance. Hopefully the protein shake thing won't be your life forever. Unless you like them, then sure, keep it in the mix. But from what you described, everything looks like it's falling into place. And that brings us to the end of the video, Narwhals. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please tap subscribe to join our awesome community, the Narwhals, and for more weight loss stories that help you stay on track. And here's our featured Narwhal of the day. Same pants, different fit. Value the non-scale victories.